Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's tasty. Ooh, delightful. Alright, so today I think I'm going to make kind of a two-parter where I'm going to talk not only of my second trip to Portland, but I will also be talking about the Mamiya RZ67. This beefy camera that I absolutely have fallen in love with. This, unfortunately for myself, is not my first RZ. My first one had some mechanical issues with the shutter release, as well as the cocking mechanism, which was a bit of a bummer because our first few rolls, as you can see from Portland, as well as some pictures here in Santa Cruz, came out magnificent. I don't think I've been happier with the roll of film that I've gone back. While I still was, experiencing some of the growth of figuring out how to use a medium format camera that's this beefy boy, I unfortunately, had a break on me, and that was after I somehow, I think I talked about this in the previous video, lost my Mamiya 645. Now, someone, a rational person, might have been like, yeah, you know what, maybe film photography is not for me, or, maybe trying to go for something a little bit more reasonably priced. But Mom ain't raised no quitter. And I absolutely knew that this is, in my heart of hearts, what I wanted. If I wanted to, give up an arm and a limb, maybe I would have gotten Mamiya 7. But, I had a 6 somewhat within budget. Now this one, I only got the body of it, which one thing I really appreciate is just the overall modularity of the camera. I got 3 lenses with the first one I got in the 120 and a 120 back, which was just perfect. I got the 65 millimeter lens and also a 108 millimeter lens, which I recently took a couple photos with, and overall I really just have enjoyed the usage of it. It can be a little frustrating just because you really have to take your time, and when you're someone as impatient as I am, it can be kind of hard to not want to just shoot off as many photos as you can. But it does slow down my process a lot more, which I really do appreciate. Another thing that I would give this camera that I've really enjoyed is just overall the build quality feels really nice despite the cocking mechanism issue I had. It just feels really good. The bellow system is, I don't know, something out of this world. It's unlike any camera I've ever shot with. And yeah, overall, it's been nice. I did actually get another lens with it, but unfortunately, with the breaking of the other camera, every time I put it on this system, it just seems to run the battery dry, and I can't figure out what's wrong with it. I'll probably send it to get repairs once I have more funds, but because it is my only 3.5 aperture lens, the rest are, this one is 4, the other one is 4.5, and I would like that 3.5 just for a little bit more light, and especially for portraits whenever I want to take those. Overall, the second trip to Portland, I didn't end up taking as many photos as I would have wanted to. I tried black and white, which was something very unusual for myself, and overall I didn't love these photos. I think I could have done a lot better, and I do want to try black and white again, and I probably will in the future, especially now that I have my RZ back in action. Yeah, this trip, I haven't been to Portland in probably now 6 months. Gonna go back and probably make another little mini series, maybe a road trip, especially since last time we went up the Oregon coast, and I kind of want to do that again maybe this summer. But yeah, I'm actually also planning on going to Europe this summer, just depending on what happens to Ukraine or happens in Ukraine, which is just very disheartening. But overall, this will be my first time in Europe. I am planning to take this beefy boy, which I've been hitting the weights really hard to hopefully be able to carry this massive thing. I also have my T4 zoom. I think it's just called the T zoom actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But that's a 35 millimeter, which has its own issues, but I got for pretty cheap. I think I mentioned that last video as well. still trying to take as many photos as possible. Here are some of my favorites. Overall, I'm not super stoked with the process of progress that I've been putting out these videos. I would like to maybe more consistently put out these videos, and I'll try to. I have been going through a lot of changes. I'm currently trying to look for another job in the area closer to home, because currently I'm commuting 40 minutes every single day, working from 8 in the morning to about 4 p.m., which is normal. And 4 p.m. plus office hours with students can get a little long, especially if I want to be involved in clubs, which I do, because that's part of the reason I love being a teacher. But yeah, overall, I've been excited shooting a lot more photos that I've loved, especially with my 35mm. I think shifting and getting a kind of a point and shoot when it comes to that, I think just kind of changed my whole process of film photography. It kind of feels like you're on an iPhone, but you actually like the photos that you get back. I've also been shooting a little bit with my iPhone too, trying to take advantage of the fact that we have like a pretty powerful camera in our pockets at all times, and just kind of focusing in on practicing more on my process, the different angles that I can get. And yeah, I am actually also, besides Europe, going to Utah and the Grand Canyon. And again, I'll have this beefy boy, and probably one roll of 35mm, trying to restrain myself a little bit. But yeah, so expect a video on that. I think the only thing else is I'll probably talk about my 35mm point and shoot in a bit. Kind of give an overview, especially since I've had it now for 6 months. And yeah, it'll probably be the next video I have out. And then finally, hopefully, Utah, which I'm going in mid-April. So pretty soon. I'm excited. All right, anyways, let's keep it moving, everybody. Peace.